Hello and welcome to my review of the Lomo Experimental Lens Kit for Micro Four Thirds cameras. We're just going to start with some of the images I've got from them. They're quite good for adding filters and doing multiple exposures and getting some quite creative shots. So in this review we'll have a look at the lenses and we'll have a look at the image samples. The camera I'm using for these is an EM10, Olympus EM10 I should say. You might remember, or you might not know, that I've done an unboxing of this lens kit. The lens kit cost me £50, and at the bottom of the screen you'll be able to see a link for the unboxing video if you'd like to click that. So you get three lenses with the, I'm showing three lens caps there, but you get three lenses. You get a fisheye, a 12mm which is shown here, and a 24mm, and they equate to 12mm equates to 24 in full frame terms. For the 24mm equates to 48, and the fisheye is still a fisheye in full frame terms. So let's have a look at them. So they're plasticky, very plasticky. All three come with a lens cap. They have a sort of protrusion and sort of built-in lens hood. You can see here that this focus is really close to 5cm. I'm looking at the fisheye one here, 5cm to infinity. You've got bulb mode and normal mode, and you can flick between them. You've got a built-in shutter, and we'll talk more about that later, which at the moment I can't use because I need to flip that switch there. So we've got a shutter which is 1/100th of a second all the time. On the back you've got this strange little area to add coloured filters which come with the kit. So I had a blue one added, and I'm going to put it back in. And we'll see some of the pictures with a colour filter, and I think they do add a good effect. So of course the lenses have no autofocusing, they're full manual lenses. Here you can see the 1/100th of a second shutter being used. So if I put it in bulb mode and I pull the switch, pull the shutter, stays open for as long as I need it to. Put that back to normal, and you can see firing the shutter there. Now what I can do is I can open the shutter so that I'm struggling here, so that I can use the shutter in the camera rather than the shutter in the lens. You've got both options. So here you'll notice the the mechanical shutter on the lens doesn't work. Can't move it. And the bulb and normal don't really matter either. Comes with lens caps, and what I like about them is the lens caps actually say on them which ones they are for. So 24mm lens and the fisheye. Now it did come with a 12mm lens, but I didn't like it. You'll see on the 24mm that you've got a bit of a lens hood built in. It's all plastic construction. Actually built a lot better than I thought they would be. Going back to that 12mm lens, I didn't like the images I got with it. After the unboxing and the initial testing, I decided not to put it in the review because I just didn't like it. So I'm going to focus solely on the 24mm lens and the 160° fisheye lens. So let's have a look at using them. So I'm out and about, and I've got the 24mm on, and I'm actually taking a 360 picture on top of my head to sort of show you what I'm going to photograph. So you'll see on the bridge there's some bricks and some bridge things. I'm going to photograph them. So this is the 24mm set in with Aperture Priority, quite a high ISO. It's an okay image. Here's a picture of that bridge again with the 24mm. It's okay, you know, it's not the best picture ever. This is it with the blue filter added, and actually it makes the picture much better. I think it does a better job. Makes the picture more interesting. And I've done a multiple exposure here. What I've done is I've put the camera in bulb mode, and I pressed the shutter once and then pressed it again to get a multiple exposure in camera. Here I've added a green filter. So here's another picture from the 24mm lens. It's actually quite a good picture. It actually looks quite good. It doesn't look like a cheap toy lens. And I took a few so that we can have a look at them. It's actually an alright picture. So when you're getting three lenses for £50, it's not bad actually. It's quite a good backup lens. Here you'll see a multiple exposure that I've done that I really like. Again, just putting it in bulb mode, the camera in bulb mode, flicking the shutter on and off twice and moving positions. This picture I shot into the sun and I got quite a good image. This is the fisheye. Now you get a circle, it doesn't fill the whole frame, you get a black circle. That's just the way it works. This is probably one of my favourite pictures of the test. I really like this one. Again, you get a black circle. So this is how I'm going to show you how we do a multiple exposure. So you can see this town centre sign, and over here, town centre sign here, and over here is a sort of a speed sign, I think. And I take a picture in bulb mode in the camera, and I take a picture of the town centre sign with the mechanical shutter. I walk over to the other side, take another picture, then let go of my shutter on the camera, and I get multiple exposure. This though is the bad points. These pictures are on the 12mm lens, and I just don't think they're as good as the 24 or the fisheye. One of the other problems is because you can move the shutter about and fix it in place, sometimes it moves out of place, and I got dark corners where that happens. Another problem, it doesn't meter particularly well, and you get like really white bits and really dark bits, and sometimes the multiple exposures just look a bit rubbish, like this one. This doesn't really look very good, and neither does this one. So in summary, for 50 quid for 3 lenses, it's excellent value, and the build quality is quite good. I'm quite happy with it, but I did not like the 12mm lens. The 24 is acts as a good 50mm, and the fisheye is just really good fun. So I would recommend them. I really would recommend them. Now, if you're interested in Micro Four Thirds photography, I've got some other videos you might like to watch, and all you have to do is click on them and you can see them, and they're really quite good. I quite like them. Well, with that in mind, I'll see you next time. Goodbye.